crafters, welcome to Creative Moments by G. I'm G, and oh my goodness, I am so ready for tonight. I'm a little bit nervous. We have a lot of wind here in New Mexico, and you just never know what's going to happen. But I see so many people are on already, and I tell you what, Maudie, my sister, and I just love y'all so much for joining us tonight. We have Maureen and Judy and Diane. We have Scott. We have Susan Ray, Sharon. I'm going to accidentally miss someone. Don't get mad at me. Everything looks like it is up and running. And I am so excited for tonight's show. We are going to make 2 cards. We're going to play games. We're going to share hacks and hints with each other. We're going to learn from y'all, just like maybe hopefully you're inspired by us. We have Christina, we have Sigrid, hey, we have Louise, Debbie. Let us know if you're here for the first time. Now, if you are, or you're watching the rebroadcast for the first time, well, welcome. I just want to introduce myself. I'm G, and I'm on this crafting journey with my sis, Maudie, and she is the moderator over in the chat room. She's there to answer all your questions. And we're partners together on this journey, and we have so much fun preparing cards for you. And if you've been with us a long time, you know that I always say, I don't know why, but my nose always itches when I go live. I don't know. I'm going to blame it on the dust that's all over my house. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope y'all are having, hey, we have Janice first time, and we have Kathleen first time. So happy to have y'all, and just so thankful for all your kind words. Now, I know that Maudie's sis told y'all about what we're going to do tonight, the card that we're going to make. We're so excited. We're going to share with you a foolproof stepper. I know you're going, no, not a stepper, because, I mean, really, seriously, there's lots of folds, there's lots of cuts. Not on this one. You can just throw those measuring headaches out the window, because we are going to show you how to do one that is so easy, so much fun. You're going to be doing it all the time. I just know it. It's always good to talk a little bit because I get jazzed up when I first come on, right? We also, New Zealand, we have Sue from New Zealand. It's her first time. Hey, Joan. Hey, Annie, Carol. Just, and that's what I love about our crafting family. We welcome everybody. And so I see everybody welcoming all our new people. If you're watching the rebroadcast, thank you so much. We appreciate your time. And we also appreciate you joining in on these games we're going to have. Go ahead and put those in the comment section. Well, now, are y'all ready to get started? I bet you are. So let's head down to the crafting table and let's do this. Now, remember I showed you this is what it looks like. Of course, we're going to do 2 different cards tonight, but just to give you an idea of what this looks like. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is grab your paper, and you know that I love this fuchsia. I call it fuchsia. Somebody told me it's not fuchsia, but it is to me. And so grab your cardstock, your fuchsia, your melon mambo. And we are going to cut this base card. Now, this is just like a top fold. So it's 11 by 4 1/4, and we're going to make some score lines. Now, if you're using the Stampin' Up trimmer, you need to extend that arm. And we are going to score at 1, 2, and 6 1/2. So let's just do that. 1. Now, make sure you move that trimmer, that little cutter blade out of the way, right? That could be disastrous. We don't want that. So we're going to score at 1. We're going to score at 2. And we're going to move it on across, and we're going to score at 6 1/2. Okay, and this is going to make our base card. But before we move this, let's go ahead, because our step 1 is to slice and score. We've sliced our cardstock. We've scored our base card, but we need a topper card. And so we have cut this piece of cardstock, and it is 8.5 by 3. Now I want to remind you, all the measurements are listed over on creativemomentsbyg.com. Just click on my blog. And now a lot of people say, okay, I'm there, so what do I do now? Well, all you have to do is copy and paste onto a new document. So just copy those measurements down and paste it over to a Word document or something like that. So we have this topper card, and we are going to score it, doesn't get much easier than this, at 3. Okay, so let me just score this at 3. Now, we have our cards cut. Now let's go ahead and get them creased, right? I couldn't think of the word. Okay, so we are going to put our base card horizontal, and we're going to put these little bitty score lines right here over to our right. And we're going to take those little score lines and we're going to fold to the left and we're going to fold to the right. Bring in your bone folder and give that a good crease. Now, a good tip here, remember you want to go, let me get a little closer. You want to go ahead and get underneath here too. So give that a good crease. And that's going to be our little step right there. Okay. Oh my goodness, Marilyn says she always watches on the 70-inch TV. Oh dear. Now we're just going to turn this upside down and we're going to fold this one back. So let's just go ahead and give that a good crease. And look at that. It stands perfectly. That's almost the #1 concern for everyone. But does it stand up? They always want to know if it stands up. It absolutely stands up. And we have another new person, Natalie. I'm just wondering if y'all received our newsletter. Is that why you hopped on? We would love to know. Now, as we do this, let's talk about the stepper card that you're used to. You're probably used to one where you have to make cuts right here and all kinds of score lines. And so I want to ask you, in terms of stress, when I said stepper card, were you kind of high stress thinking, oh no, she's going to have lots of cuts and lots of score lines? Or were you zero stress and you knew I wouldn't do that to you? So give me a 1, which is a 10, which is high stress, or a 1, which is really no stress. So no stress to high stress, 1 to 10. What were you thinking? Go ahead and put that in the chat room. What were you thinking when I said stepper card? Because you know they can be quite difficult. But this one is so easy. I would like to know what you were thinking to see if I'm going to meet your expectation. So let's go ahead and get that gone. Now, the next thing we want to do is go ahead and just bend this over at the 3-inch mark, bring in that bone folder, and give it a good crease. Now, let me just show you how you put this together. It's so easy. Oh, we got a 1, 2, a 5, 1, 9. Oh, high stress. Jill, I love the way you spell your name. Yes. Okay, well, I think y'all are all going to be so pleasantly surprised. Look at how you put this together. This just slips over. You line it up down there, and then we're going to glue this down, and that becomes your stepper card. I mean, does it get any easier? So folding it is step 2, and now we get to move over to step 3, which is where all the magic happens. Now, you will need to cut yourself some mats. Oh, we have some people that really weren't familiar with stepper cards. Well, you're going to love this then. You can cut some mats to put here for your sentiment and then to also put on the back. And that size is 4 by 4 1/4. So you can do 2 of those if you want. But for our purposes tonight, I'm just going to put my sentiment mat right in the middle, right here, right behind it. So I did cut out this beautiful backing, and I'm going to show you where I put this. Now, remember it stands up like this, and we have that topper card that goes over. So you can see the area back here. So what I did is I picked up some beautiful DSP, because what Amadi and I always say, we like the pattern paper to do the work for us. So we are just going to add this right now, just to make it simple, because you wouldn't want to add it after you put your topper on. And of course, this is my favorite glue. Everybody always asks about it, Kalel. I love this glue. It allows me to wiggle, and we know that's important because I never get it on straight the first time. Now, let me give you a little hint. Make sure if you have directional paper that you cut it that way. And the 4 is the column. That's the way I think of it. It might help you, it might not. But I think of it like the column, the width of the column, and then the height of it, of course, is the bigger number. So if you have directional, just be cognizant of that. Sandy, I want to be bewitched and wiggle my nose. So true. Okay, so the next thing we want to do, what do we want to do? We have our dancing fingers here. We want to put a little strip here. Now, I could have matched this pattern paper. Don't you love that? You know I love stripes. But I decided to go ahead and just do monotone, just monochrome, just color on color. So look at that. I used an embossing. You can use any embossing you want. And I'm going to add that right there. Now, you're not going to see that much of it, but I don't care. I like it. I like to go ahead and do a little bit of embossing just to make it pop a little more. So let's go ahead and just lay that down. Okay, everything is running smoothly. I'm just, Kimberly, thank you so much. Okay, 7. Okay, we have some people that are a little stressed about stepper cards, but not this stepper card, because we threw our measurements out the window, right? Now, remember, we're going to put, not there, we're going to put it right here. But before I put my sentiment mat down, I want to go ahead and decorate it just a little bit. And wait till you see what I'm going to use. Now, what do Marty and I always say? Use what you have. But I found some beautiful flowers in this stamp set that I just love. Now, I'm going to show you that this might not happen, and of course it won't happen, of course, because I'm going to talk about it. But what happened to us is when we stamped it, we had an air bubble in it, and so it left a hole. So if that ever happens, just take it off, clean this off really well, push it back down, and then try again. If it still happens, I want to show you what to do, just in case it ever happens to you. Get you like a stamping pad and put it underneath, and then it gives a little bit of give, and so it will get rid of that bubble, no problem. Which brings me to our first question, y'all. What is your favorite hack? Monty and I want to know. We like that stamping pad a lot. That works for us. I want to read some hacks from y'all. So we're just going to stamp this right here. I'm going to hold it down. Oh, look at that. Oh, so beautiful. And I'm just going to do one. And then I'm going to bring in my old olive. I just love this green. This is our favorite green. And I'm just going to tap, tap, tap and do a few little leaves just right about there. Look at that. Oh, and then I have to do one running up the side. I always do. Look at, isn't that pretty? Oh my goodness, I love that. Now I can go ahead. We've already laid our background to make it pretty. And now we just open it up and we're going to lay down our sentiment mat. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we are going to let the magic flow to the front panel and we are going to decorate that. And I'm going to show you some tips that you might like. Okay, that and the pad for glue, yes. Okay, oh, look at that. Look at how pretty that looks. Loving that, loving that. Okay, now, here we have our topper card, right? And we know it's going to go like this. If this was white, you could decorate it. You don't have to put all these mats that Sis and I like to use. We just like to add mats because it's a really quick and easy way to make the card pop. Oh yeah, we see people as silicone mat. They use that. We also have making cards from scraps and then put my block on top of it. Great idea. I love the nothing sticks to the glue pad. Yes, the silicone. Okay, but I decided to use this fuchsia colored card or melon mambo, and so I went ahead and I cut a mat just to lay right here, and wait till you see how we're going to decorate it. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I am bringing in these leaves, and you know, we don't always stay with the same stamp set, right? No, we don't. So I found me some leaves that I liked, and I just grabbed those. This is from You Are Remarkable. Now I'm going to bring in my old olive. And we're just going to tap, tap, tap. And I'm just going to bring this down, hold it, and lift. I'm going to do it on the side. Just kind of going over. Oh, I can hear noises in the house. But I know it's not the monster, it's just the wind. Okay. Tap, tap, tap. Just gonna put just a little bit right there. Okay. I'm gonna close this up. And now, we're just going to stamp a few of these. Let's just see. I'm going to, now I know I haven't. I always, there it is. I was going to say, where is it? I'm going to bring in my Flirty Flamingo, and I'm going to open up, once again, my Melon Mambo, and we're just going to see how this works. We're going to use Melon Mambo. I'm going to stamp this. Oh, you see that white? Okay, perfect example. Let's bring in our mat, and then I'll also try it on the silicone, see how that works. Ah, look at that. That's what I mean, and I'm sure it works on the silicone mat too. We're going to go ahead and we're going to stamp a couple. Look at how beautiful that looks. And then we're going to stamp a few little pale pink or Flirty Flamingo. Now I'm also going to do another little trick. I'm going to grab some daubers, and we're going to use Old Olive and Flirty Flamingo. So I want to use this little bitty stamp right here, but I want to color it two different colors. So you can use blending brushes, you can use, you know, daubers, all kinds of things, sponges. I'm going to go ahead and get that. Now I'm going to go over to my Old Olive and just get those little leaves done. And it's going to look like that. Oh, look how pretty that is. Okay. Let's do that to our mat that we have. Now I need to go ahead and put down a piece of paper. And we're going to just do that again. And I want to do two, one on either side. So let's do our flowers first. I want to make sure I don't accidentally pick up the wrong ink. And get that all inked up. And then we're just going to just put it right here and hold it and let the ink transfer. There is our other Maudie, Maudie Reed. I don't know, maybe your name is Maud. You are so sweet. Thank you so much. Hey, Cheryl made it. Welcome, Cheryl. Okay, so we have that one. Let's do it one more time. We're going to ink up those flowers. Now, we're going to go back and read all these comments when this is over, and I'm going to read all your hacks and see what you said so that we can put those in our toolbox, right? Look at that. Oh my goodness, so pretty. Now let me show you. I'm going to stamp our message, and this message is so beautiful. Look at this. So much joy. I just love that. So we're going to get the Knight of Navy because that's my favorite. That's my choice for stamping sentiments. And I'm just going to tap, tap, tap. I'm going to make sure I have enough ink on it. And I'm just going to put it right here. Try to make sure that I don't get my head in the shot. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, we have some more new people. We have Jaylene. Look at that. So pretty. But we're not through. Let me show you what we're going to do. I actually have stamped and cut these out. Now look at this. Now what we're going to do is we are going to cover this area. You probably thought, ooh, that doesn't look very pretty. Oh yes, wait just a minute. We are going to add some more flowers and add our leaves. We'll probably add that one on top. So I'm going to put a dimensional on this one. I'm going to put a couple because we will be putting some leaves underneath it. Just to give it that 3D effect, right? Oh, so Linda, hey Linda, that's our friend from where we live. So we have that. Absolutely, you can use grid paper to make sure that you get your sentiment lined up. But let me show you another thing you could do. You can also grab your little T ruler that are so inexpensive, and you can just line it up and then stamp it that way too. So I love T rulers. I love grid paper. Fantastic. Okay, now I also used a die and I cut out these leaves. Look at that. Look at how pretty that is. So pretty. So really I just need to decide where I'm going to put my flowers, and I think I'm going to put a little bit of glue, and I'm going to maybe just put just a little leaf. Now remember, this is going over, no, I'm not going to put that. I think I'll put it right there, and I'm going to put it down here just to go over it, like maybe right there. Yes. This is going over our base card. We're just doing the magic right now. We are decorating this. And I'm going to put, I don't know, maybe I'll put my flower right there. Okay, just a little bit of glue. Really like this glue. Although, well, I did buy some other glue that is clear, and I will let you know. We'll use it and we'll see if we like it. So I'm just going to add those right there. And just going to put, I'm going to lay these flat. So I'm just putting a little bit of glue on them. And just, now I think I have some more. Oh, I think I'm going to add a few more leaves. Can you ever have too many leaves? Oh my goodness, probably you could. Okay, I'm just going to get this little guy right on top. You could also cut him off if you wanted to. Oh, there we have it. Now, we're going to bring in our topper card. Go ahead and just bring that out just a little bit, and we're just going to lay it flat. Oh, Anne loves to fussy cut. We don't hear that too often, Anne. But I did have to fussy cut these, but they were very easy to fussy cut. Now look at that. Look at how pretty that looks. And it's all about doing the background stamping and then raising up your flowers. So I'm going to move this and I'm going to bring in the card. Next, I'm going to show you the tip to adding this straight. So we know that we want this right against this bottom edge. So we know we want it to be in the center. So we are just going to put some glue right here because we know it's in the center. We're going to close it. We're going to make sure that slides right to the bottom because if it doesn't, it's not going to stand up straight. So go ahead and just make sure that it's right where it needs to be, right there. We're going to flip this over and we need this to be glued down. Now, I'm going to put my finger right here, just right there, and I know that I need some glue right there. Don't want to go past that, and we're just going to hold it just for a second. Oh, you're not late, Joan. Never too late. Okay, we're just going to push that down, and look at that. Let's make sure that that stays down. Going to hold that for just a second. Oh, Bernice says that fussy cutting is relaxing. And Anne loves this intricate leaf right there. It is so pretty. And look at that. Stands up perfectly. What do you think? Do you like this? Let's make sure everything is glued down. Now, this is color on color, right? It's monochrome. So if you wanted to, you could put a sentiment on the back of this, a sentiment mat. And remember, that's just 4 1/4 by 4. You could put another one if you wanted. We did on one of our cards, and I'll show you, but we didn't on this one. So here we have it. Stands up perfectly. What do you think about this? If you like this, take a moment and drop a heart in the chat. Let me know if you like it. Okay, so we have this one created. And I'm just waiting. Oh, thank you, thank you. Love this fold. I love it that we don't have the headache of all those cuts and measurements in a regular stepper card. Okay, so we have this one. Now, as I'm waiting, oh, thank you, thumbs up, hearts, thank you, thank you. Pretty card, not scary at all. Well, thank you, Kathy, we like that. Now, I think we have a special guest. Oh my goodness, a special guest. I was talking to someone earlier, and you know that, let me see, right around the corner on the 17th is St. Patty's Day. Well, our next live is going to be on the 20th, so get ready for that. But I was talking to this little guy, and he said that he wanted to come and visit y'all tonight. And you're not going to believe what his name is. Okay, you won't even be able to guess. Everybody in the chat room say hello to Lucky. His name's Lucky, so go ahead and type Lucky. We're going to select someone to win some of these cards that we're making tonight. And maybe even another special little gift. So that's our lucky guy. He just wanted to stop by and say hi. So everybody type his name in there, Lucky. And I will get ready for the next card. While we're waiting for that, we are going to make another card. And this time, we are going to use mixed labels, and we are using some stencils. Oh, it's going to blow your mind. I know it is. It's so pretty. So I'm just going to bring in some of our cards that we already have. Get that. Okay. We see a bunch of typing going on. Okay, let me see here. Okay, okie dokie. And the winner is, let's see. The winner is, Oh, I know her name's not this. I think because she always comments other times, but Mrs. Ed. Mrs. Ed, you are our lucky winner. So take a moment and make sure you go over to creativemomentsbyg.com and fill out a form. We need your address so that Sis and I can send you some happy mail. So make sure that you do that tonight so that I can get it in the mail tomorrow. We want to make sure that you get your mail. We'll probably have some surprises. I think we're probably going to do 3 gift giveaways, happy mails. So we are going to have to get after this. Oh, but you're going to love this next card. Now remember, I want you to stay with us to the end because I'm going to show you 2 other cards. I showed you one a little bit, but I have one more card to show you that I think you're going to like that will just give you a variation of all the cards that you can make using this fantastic card template, right? Yes. So let's go ahead. Everybody just say congratulations to Mrs. Ed, and we're going to say goodbye to Lucky. It's time for his bedtime. Okay. So we know that we have steps. We have steps that we have to take to create this foolproof stepper card. The first step is to cut and score our base card and our topper card. So let's go ahead and bring back in our cardstock that we cut 11 by 4 1/4. And we are going to score at 1, 2, and 6 1/2. So we have 1, 2, and 6 1/2. I just appreciate everyone taking time to congratulate Mrs. Ed because we are such a sweet and kind crafting family. We just appreciate y'all so much. And we appreciate all the comments. We have Sharon, I love the way you spell your name. She made a set of the cards and she loves them. And thank you so much for your kind words. So we have this scored, but before we put this up, let's go ahead and find that topper card. He's hiding underneath, and we're just going to score it at 3. So now we have our base card and our topper card scored. We don't have to worry about those anymore. Now to fold this, remember what you do. You put your 2 little score lines to the right and find this second one right here. We're going to fold to the left. Get your bone folder. And then we're going to fold to the right. And this creates our stepper. Okay. Now we're going to flip it over and find this score line. And that creates our card. And there we have it. Just love it. Now we're going to do our topper. We're just going to find that score line, give it a good crease, make sure it's straight. Okay, I love these colors. So now we've done the hard part. Let's do the fun part or the magic part. Look at what we're doing. We are taking a stencil. I love stencils. And we're taking our map that we're going to put right here, and we're going to stencil this. Oh, love this. Now we have to put down a piece of paper, and I'm going to grab some removable tape because I'm just going to put a little bit of tape right there. I'm going to hold it down, and then I'm going to bring in this right here. Now you can see that this stencil does not go all the way to the edge. So what I'm going to do is create like a border. You can see right through it. So I'm going to put the same distance here as on the top. Just like that. And I'm going to hold it, but let me give you another tip. Where are they? Let's see. Well, I could give you another tip. Hang on. There they are. grab you a Post-it note and go ahead and get this lined up just the way you want it. And I'm just going to stick that right there, and I'm going to stick it on the other side. That lets me hold it in place. So I can just put it right there. And I can hold it and not get my fingers inky, right? I'm going to pick our orange or our pumpkin pie, which is one of my favorite colors. I'm going to grab my blending brush. Now, remember what I said about using your blending brush. If you want a darker image, go ahead and put your pressure with your index finger right there on the brush part. And if you don't, just back off of it. Well, I don't know exactly. I don't know. I think I'm going to go ahead and just do some light. Let's just see what happens. We're just going to go over this. I do kind of like dark colors, but I'm fine if there's like variegated colors too. I'm fine with that. You just need to make sure that you hold it in place. Oops, like that, so that it doesn't move. And then once you get down to the bottom, just go ahead and rearrange your paper so that you can hold it exactly where it needs to be. And you already taped down that mat, so you don't have to worry about that. So I'm just going over it, holding down the stencil. You can tape the stencil too. And you can use, another tip for that is to tape it with painter's tape. You know, it's that purple tape. It comes in lots of colors, but we have the purple tape. So I'm just going to go over this a little bit more. Okay. Let's see what this looks like. Fingers crossed. Okay. Are we ready? Look at how pretty. And you know what's so great about this? All you have to do is hold it under some water, right? Just hold it under some water. Okay, so we have this. We're going to take this up. We are going to lay this down right here. And we're just going to use, I think, this time I'm going to be brave and I'm going to try to use a tape runner. So, now this will really stick. So I have one shot to get it really straight. Fingers crossed. So I'm just going to hold it down. I did it. I did it. Look at that. I love those colors. Love those colors. Okay, let's see. We're going to do that. I've showed you now these stencils. All the materials and supplies are going to be listed over on Creative Moments by G. And Kathleen, you can't find the measurements because they're not up yet. Give me an hour after this video. Well, really about 30 minutes, but give me an hour just to make sure. So this will go from about 6 to 7 Mountain Time. Give me to about 8 o'clock. And you will have all the measurements you need. They will be there, I promise you. Okay, now let me show you something else we did. I don't know if you've seen this paper, but oh my gosh, I love this paper. It has all these punch outs. Look at that. And you know, that's some of my favorite color, Pretty Peacock. It's kind of a teal, a dark teal. Love this paper. Well, look what Maudie put together. She punched out some flowers from that pattern paper. And then here is a fantastic tip if you don't know about it. Get everything the way you want. Now, you can also use press and seal. You can get everything the way you want. You can press it down and then pull up the press and seal and put it on your card. But you can also do this. How about just putting a piece of tape on it? That works too. So we are going to have this. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? But before we do that, we need to stamp a message. So let's get our message stamped. And I'm looking, I have this one. It is your kindness made my day. It's going to go right there in the middle. We're going to stamp it with Night of Navy. Let's see if we can get... I went the wrong way. And we're going to tap, tap, tap. Make sure we have enough ink on it. I'm going to do Anne's little trick of lining it up on my grid paper. And then I'm going to just push it down. Keep my fingers crossed. Now you want to make sure and not rock your stamp. Look at how pretty that is. If you rock it, you're going to get some extra little uh-ohs that you don't want, right? So, love that paper. Now, the other thing we wanted to do is we wanted to give it just a little border. So, we're going to do that. Isn't that pretty? And you know me, I'm going to put it up on dimensionals. Yes, I am. I sure am, because I love to pop things up. And you can tell it's following me around. Oh my goodness. Okay. So here we go. And you know, I spent some time before I went live and I picked these dimensionals up off the floor. Oh goodness. What can I say? They're everywhere. We're going to do that. Okay, what do you think? What do you think about my nails? I did them in green. Okay, so we're going to have this down here, and we are going to put this beautiful flower. Oh, look at that. I think I'm going to put it just like that. Look at how pretty that's going to look. Now, why not? Yes, you don't have to put more dimensionals if you don't want to, but why not, right? Let's just go ahead and get this raised up, and we can slip it right behind, right on top of those flowers. Thank you, Susan Ray. Okay, so we're going to just, I decide where I want to put this, about right there. So I want to put this about right there. I'm trying to get the same margin top to bottom so that we have a little bit, so about right there. I'm going to line that up on the side. Now this would be a good place to use that T ruler to make sure you get it straight. And we can see, we can see we have it straight, so we're good. We're going to take this, and this we're just going to lay flat. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? So let's just get some glue on there. And before we put this down and we do everything to put this beautiful card together, I think, here we go. We have this. We also have, before we put it together, look at this. We used, this actually, you can punch this out, but to make sure it didn't get punched out, we added some more tape because we wanted to put it right here. Look how pretty that is. So pretty. So before we put this together, I think we may be feeling kind of lucky. I think I saw a rainbow through all this dust that we had. Look, we have a pot of gold. So take a moment and put gold. Quickly, put it in the chat room. And I will put this on the back of our card while you're putting gold, and we select another winner. We are so happy to be back with y'all that we are just gonna give out a lot of Happy Mail. So go ahead and put gold. Oh, look at that. Look at how pretty that is. It's going to be so pretty once we get everything put together. Now, while I'm waiting for you to put gold, yep, oh, we got a lot of gold. Good, good, good. She also cut this out of the pattern paper that comes with the kit. So we're just going to get us a little bit of glue, and we're going to wiggle, wiggle, because that's what we like to do. We're going to use our dancing fingers. Okay. Look at that. Oh, just loving that. Okay. And our lucky winner is Annie Wagner. Annie Wagner. I'm afraid to touch it, but I'm going to. Let's see. No, I guess that doesn't work. Annie Wagner, please take a moment and go over to creativemomentsbyg.com and fill out that form so that we have your address and we can send you some happy mail tomorrow. What a great way to bring in a new week, right? Okay. So we're going to say goodbye to gold and we're going to start putting this together. Oh, I don't know. This may be my favorite card. I think Sis did a beautiful job. Now look at what we did here. We punched out this beautiful flower and we are going to add this right here. So let's go ahead and just add some glue. And what's really nice about this glue is that it doesn't cause your paper to warp. You know, sometimes paper warps when you put glue on it. Thick glue like this. This is kind of thick, but it doesn't warp, so I really like that. Okay, look at that. That's the inside of our card. We have the background of our card, and now we just need to add this, and this time we're going to use tape runner right here because I think it holds better. So we're just going to put right in the center, get us some tape. We're going to slip this behind and we're just going to line this up. Now make sure that you get it right where you want it. Okay, I think that's good. Set it up so that it's nice and straight. Use your little dancing fingers to get it to hold. And then we are going to flip it over and we're going to just glue down this flap. Now I'll just put a little bit of tape, fold it down, and just using the tape runner because it grabs it right away. And look at that. Look at this. What do you think about this? What do you think? Oh my goodness, drop a heart if you love this card. This is Sis's design, and I love this one the best, I think. So just absolutely love it. But we're not done yet. Remember what I said? If you have the same color, then you're fine. You don't have to put something on the back. But we don't have the same color. So this time we just popped out some leaves. And let me see if she has them. Yep, she already has them down quite a bit, but I'm just going to put another piece of tape. And you can go ahead and leave it like that, but I'm not going to. I'm going to cut the edges off just to make it sharper. I like that. So I'm just going to flip it over. You don't have to do that, but I don't know. You'll have to tell me in the chat room if you like it better. I like it better with the sharp edge. Look, see, I like it better. So we're going to go ahead and just put some glue. Going to just put that down right over. I used wet glue so that I could wiggle. Going to add that down. And there we have it. Oh my goodness. Look at that. We still have one more game to go, so don't y'all go anywhere. Okay, here are our two cards that we made tonight. Take a moment and leave a comment. If you are watching the rebroadcast, take a moment, leave a comment too in the comments. Y'all leave something in the chat room. What do you think? Which is your favorite? I'm loving on this one right here. I just think it's so pretty. I love the colors. They kind of match my outfit a little bit. Oh yeah, I just really love it. And I love how easy it was. Remember, we did this in 3 steps. You slice and score your cards, you fold them, and then you decorate. So easy. Be gone, headache, right? No more headaches with measuring and cutting. This was so easy. Now, I'm going to keep this up here, but before we do that, we have one more little game, and then let me see, what else do we have? Okay, one more little game, then I'm going to show you an additional card. But let's go ahead and back off this just a little bit. Not much, not so much. I'm going to put these to where you can look at it. But you know, I was talking to Lucky, and as he ran out of the show, he forgot his hat. Oh my gosh. So take a moment and put hat. And we're going to pick our final winner for the night. Oh my goodness, I can't believe the night has gone so fast. I'm telling y'all, thank you so much. We just appreciate y'all watching and commenting. Oh, we got lots of flowers. We love the flowers. We love the second one. Yeah, I'm with you. I really love this. I love it. And we had somebody, while we're waiting for you to write hat, we had someone say they had never heard of Kalel glue. Now, this is over in our Amazon store. You can find it on Amazon if you just want to search. But if you want to, you know, have a place to go where you can see some other craft supplies, you can just go to, Sis will put the site, the link for you in the chat room. But it is by Crafter's Companion. They're the ones who sell it. And I just love it. You just can't beat it. Hat, 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 hat. Okay, let me see here. Okay, we have Jill. I think it says that. Jill Phipps. Now, I will say, I hope that everyone that has won is from the U.S. I can't be mailing things outside the U.S., but you know what? If it is outside the U.S., well, we will find something else to send you through the email, maybe a couple PDFs or something. But Jill, J-Y-L, congratulations, everybody. Congratulate Jill. For our final winner, we need you to head on over to creativemomentsbyg.com and fill out that form. Now, do that tonight. Now, let's see. I'm going to leave for just a second, and because I'm going to show you some other cards. So we have this one, and we love this flower. This is a distinctive flower. It does the shading for you. It's so pretty. And then finally, oh my goodness, we have another flower where we did some stenciling right there, and look at that. I don't know if you can see it, but we actually embossed that area right there. So I don't know which is going to be your favorite from these. Oh my goodness. Let me see. So we're just congratulating everyone. I want to remind everyone, let's see, I'm just going to come over here. Hi, y'all. I'm back. I want to remind you that our next live is going to be on March 20th at 6 p.m. We hope that you can join us. And you know, we have videos coming out every Tuesday and Thursday. So we have a fantastic one coming out this coming Tuesday. So make sure that you check it out. I'm going to very quickly say goodbye in a minute because I'm going to run over to the computer and get those measurements up for y'all. Well, we just want to say how much we appreciate you spending your time with us tonight. We know you're busy, and it just means so much. And if you were inspired a little bit, we sure would appreciate a thumbs up, a like, and a share, and help us grow our channel. Well, until next time, friends, Maudie and I wish you lots of creative moments and hope y'all have a fantastic weekend.